this one time, combine them into one singular undamaged army. Otherwise, your army will remain as it is.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. You're combining the dwarves of Mithril Hall. They probably won't join with the Juntari, so I'll put them with the Order of the Gauntlet, and then you have one unified
Army.
The Lundquist army. I got it! Well, now I have to use it. Alright, well...
Oh, you are the DM, so...
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm using it. It's going to be time. Alright, so, Lundquist is Order of the Gauntlet /
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I found
shit,
that.
thank you.
Well, he was moving all my shit because I forgot to move it when I left.
There you
Where's
go.
my
That
dice?
is
I also
money,
vacuumed.
it's in that.
Ah, that would explain it.
Lundquist now has 2 armies. One is damaged, one is unharmed. Melisana will also be combining... Melisana will be combining her armies. Melisana now has 2 unharmed armies. And nothing else. Anybody else combining their forces?
I should probably combine my giants with somebody.
The only army that would be able to encompass their space would be the Misty Forest Elves could use them as reinforcements.
Okay.
The Giants are not in a position to stubbornly disagree to fight with Elves. They agree to do that.
I believe all of Callista's armies are
The Red Wizards did suffer a small amount of damage.
Oh, that's right. They sucked ass at every roll they made. That's right.
They were trying their best.
Had a bad little streak.
Are they damaged or critically
They're
damaged?
just damaged. Yeah.
But that's it for my people.
Yeah. You have the least overall.
What do you mean, your
injured armies.
people?
They're clearly also, whose box is that? New
Oh,
car?
I had to take. I had to completely change the brakes in the car. I take them off and put new ones on. So I borrowed the toaster
From Reba.
from Reba.
That is very kind of her.
It drives real weird.
Yeah, it's basically a weird. It's a weird
Yeah,
box.
because it's a box.
Callista?
Hi.
Where'd she
My
go?
name-
In the back. Doesn't matter because she can hit anyone within a mile away, so.
Holly's in the air, so she'll be a little bit in front of Holly, but on the ground.
She'll be running on the broom with... No, that's a
If you want, I can scoop you.
You might actually not
Well, out
be...
of curiosity,
Yes.
would it be
Just
possible
call
to
up to them,
merge
I'll get
the
you.
purple dragon knights with the metallic dragons?
It would be, but at this point, so basically,
What was I going to look at?
an army that is crippled
idea
is
to
small
go.
enough that it'll be able to serve as reinforcements for another army. The 2 of them could combine, but basically the way it would work is you would have a bunch of purple dragon knights riding the metallic dragons, and there wouldn't be enough purple dragon knights to fit on every dragon, so you'd have a crippled purple dragon knight army, and then a bunch of dragon members. You'd have a very small purple dragon knight army.
Well, then I can merge the rest out with the flaming fists.
Oh, let's split them in 2?
Yeah, why not?
That's reasonable,
90 days
absolutely.
of the fuck is my...
Because that seems like that's really good. Also, because anti-dragon experts on dragons seems like a good thing.
That's going to help them actually quite a bit. That's a really good strategy. You have 2 unharmed, effectively unharmed targets. Reinforcements and building damage. Perfect. Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And the Juntara.
And the Juntara.
Wow! Rude.
Shots
You
fired.
need to chance.
I get
I thought you quit.
I get 1 assistant.
She hasn't formally quit.
That's true. She just kind of dropped him.
Well, no, it's more like she's being a triple agent.
Triple agent? Yeah, there you go. All right. So
No one can trust me.
No, even me.
Hashtag Yuri does everything right.
So, last time that we all met, your armies situated themselves after crash landing Bulgakis' Skyreach castle.
It wasn't a crash landing,
It was a
followed
soft-
with style.
It was a soft crash landing. You landed and the armies disengaged.
What's up, big guy?
Attempts at reinforcements were otherwise all good. Halted by the main body of the Sword Coast Alliance.
I need the emotional support. It's been rough lately.
Yeah, I got you.
We out
I'd
here.
hug Ryan, but I see him every day, so I'll give him a fist
It's
bump.
okay.
Punch.
You guys come here every day.
At this punch. Okay, so you guys, with the help of the main body of forces from the Sword Coast Alliance, the reinforcements were held off, and you were able to advance forward in the battlefield with your forces. You cut. So what's that? Character sheets. You cut.
Things we should have, yes.
You cut straight through the small cavernous expanse of the Well of Dragons called the Dragon's Gullet, knocking out the undead forces of the old cult and the necromancers under the employ of the Red Wizards, as well as all their undead abominations. Lundquist and the Jintarim, with the help of Holly, managed to come up the left flank and put down the Kobold Assault Squad that had been assigned to pepper down attacks on top of you. And
They
Melisande,
numbered in the 300s, they're now, and only 2 survived.
that's true. There were
So you survived it
literally,
and then ran away.
there were
Oh yeah, I
literally,
just murdered a guy. You were gonna leave him, and then I was like, no. I remember.
I remember that.
It wasn't a kobold. I just was thinking about killing.
It was an actual person.
Yeah.
It was like,
Right there.
mercy, and
I
I
was
was
like-
like, eh.
And I was like,
No.
Not my war.
you don't do mercy.
You don't do mercy in war unless you're a kid, which he was not.
Right.
And then you. And
Well,
then
I'm
you fucking
glad
learn
we
sometimes
at least
not.
have cutoffs at children.
That's true.
Thank
It
goodness.
depends on the
It
kid.
depends.
Really?
Though.
Okay.
If
You know what?
you mercy the
Fine.
kid and then you turn around and it tries to stab you, you kill that kid.
Ah, I see.
Want to meet
War's harsh.
Not
You're
just
being recorded.
Yeah, I know.
This is on
I said
camera.
what I said.
I know what I
I'll
said.
say it again.
I've made my choice.
To the president.
I'll say, boy.
I said.
I mean, the president
That's it.
probably
That's it.
eats babies. So
Yeah,
that's him.
He'd probably be like, here you
He'd
go.
bond over it or something, and that'd be like,
oh,
oh,
sweet.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. Nice.
Oh, sick. Thanks.
Who's your baby guy? Let's exchange numbers.
Is he the same guy that I get my babies from?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's super dope. We're not about to eat that shit. Okay.
well, that was. We can stop that now.
Yeah. Your
You want to do
armies.
this for the next 4 hours?
No.
Your armies advance forward. Or they advanced forward, I should say. After wiping out the 3 side flanks, you carve your way into the main body of their forces, which was separated by a lava bridge. You blasted through mercenaries and dragon cultists, eventually cutting behind the elite cultists and some of the wearers of purple who were holding the bridge, and they, too, were no match for you. Even standing at the edge of the arena, the mage Rathmodar, distracted by the engaging activities and attempting to pepper away at opponents with spells, he tried to push you all into the lava to prevent you from getting over the bridge, but your sturdiness and resilience proved true, and you ended up severing his head from his body in one clean swipe.
I believe Fernier had something.
Fernier also, the primary cause of his distraction was Fernier's constant peppering of insect plague, which made it very difficult for him to concentrate and focus on his
Angry
powerful
bees came out of
spells.
my nipples.
That's true.
That's
Angry bees
weird.
fired out of your nipples. And
Are you also the Queen of France?
Are you ready to Queen of Scots? I am.
Oh!
Sorry.
What did knock over?
It was literally
It's
all
just
the
the markers and like
Oh.
characters.
the other like.
It's usually not here and elevated to foot level.
Well then.
That's convenient that it happened
I
right.
got the very Queen of Scots, you guys.
Ah.
I feel like that
Continue, I can hear you.
was
Okay,
playing
so as your army advances,
That was really
you
funny.
come across the bridge a bit. There's a large pooling source of lava coming from a vein of rocky
Virgin
outcroppings
magma.
just on the outside of this area. The magma extends into the battlefield a little, which cuts off some of your combat opportunities, but your armies follow closely behind you, newly recombobulated as they are put together. Ahead of you, that large black line on the map signifies the front gate to the massive 150-foot tall Temple of Tiamat, which is pulsing with sickly 5-colored energy: white, blue, black, red, and green pulses of power emanating off of it. You can hear the sounds of magic faintly punctuating from throughout it. But however, the sound is heavily muffled, not only by the din of battle, but by this strange crease in the center of the battlefield that I separated with a pencil line. What you notice is that this frontal group is all comprised of heavily armed and armored devilish creatures, some with bat-like wings, scorpion-like tails, Cambion creatures summoned from the 9 hells, many of them scaled in an obvious service to Tiamat. Some of them unholy paladins and dark priests who bear the 5-headed sigil of the goddess. These are her reserve forces. In the center, you can see a conglomeration of shades wielding various staves and blades, chanting and channeling a spell of great power. And in the center, a red wizard channeling this energy to turn this central section into a massive, several 100-foot tall dome of pure force.
Oh my God, Hannah.
You see the armies beyond. You see the great flames pulsating out from the center. And even beyond there, though it's not physically on the map because we don't have a representation for it, a dragon sits in front of the gate, waiting, watching.
Put a car there.
We can put a car there. Put a car there. Put a car there. I need something. There's a car in there? That's awesome. There's a car.
There's a card in there.
That is actually
Vroom, vroom.
that is an ancient red
There's
dragon.
your dragon.
Ancient?
An ancient red dragon. It is the largest dragon you have seen in your
An
entire life.
Is that the right spot for him?
That's fine, yeah, sure.
For now, he'll move.
Yeah, it works.
Outside.
Yeah. These ones guard the temple itself. These guard this central circle. From the astute observations, you'd be able to tell immediately just based on the way it's set up. These mages are channeling this large barrier. Dragons, chromatic, of various sizes float around the outsides, trying to make strafing runs on your armies as they come by. Knights and wearers of purple in full cultist regalia, wielding lances and giant swords, fly down on wyverns and scaled drakes, swooping to try to strike at your armies. The skies are littered with monstrosities, and they will give you a hard time trying to get in unless you put the forces down.
Oh, we will.
This army in front of you, devils, red wizards, and the massive shield guardian, protecting this barrier, making sure that no one can physically approach the temple, and the temple guardians themselves, including that dragon master, holding down, serving as the last bastion of resistance. Your army knows as you approach, if you can break through and to that gate, you will be within range to put a stop to the ritual of summoning. And this is where we will pick up for today.
Are we still doing our turns like in a circle, just character by character?
Correct.
Okay.
That being said, I'm going to have everyone, players, roll initiative.
All the players?
Yes. You add to your, because we're going to go in character order, you get to decide which characters are going first. Add the highest initiative bonus of any character on of the 3 sheets that you have. Roll the d20. That's the person we start with, and then we're going to go across the table. Whoever just gets the highest number, we start with them, and then we're going to go clockwise.
So the barbarians still get their advantage?
Correct. But you'd have to use the barbarian's bonus. If one person has a +5 and the barbarian has a +3 in advantage, you'd have to use the +3.
I'll go with my +8 on.
Okay, Sean, initiative. What are my highest numbers?
Who's going for Holly? Because I want the wizard.
Yeah.
22.
22.
23.
Ooh,
I feel a reroll coming up.
12.
Believe it or not, I watched a video on initiative scores.
What'd you get?
I got 10,
No,
11, and
we've been
12.
playing this way forever, but apparently the rulebook says if people tie, they decide amongst themselves who goes first.
Yeah, I tend to...
Only when it comes to a DM versus a player does that score come into
Right.
play.
I
And then the reroll.
tend to
Yeah.
allow that to happen anyway, because basically you can hold your action. I'll do a reroll if someone wants to go first and you can't decide, but if you were to say, like,
Yeah.
no, I'll just go last, that's fine. In a tie, that's totally fine. Okay, so... Hannah got a 23. No one else got a 23?
Bob, what?
Yeah.
We start with you and go around the table. So, Hannah, Kyle, Ryan, me, Sean. You pick whichever character you want to go first, and that's how it starts. The enemy army, so we'll pick up with this. As you guys move forward, your army's following close behind, recombobulated and reorganized. The armies stand in the back, and as they ready themselves and buckle their weapons, they go, everyone, full charge! The temple lies ahead! Follow the wyrmtamers! And as your forces push forward, one of your group is the first one to seize the initiative. You see all of these guys ready up. Mages begin channeling spells, and the dragons swoop around the outside and start to fly towards your group.
I'm gonna...
Shoot the shot.
No, I'm not gonna shoot this shot right this very second. I'm gonna cast a Guardian of Nature. Am I within 30 feet of Kurmar?
Oh, we need Kuramaru.
We don't have one.
Shit.
You have another
We're
card.
gonna have a Kuramaru soon.
Thick dice.
Sure.
Thick boy.
Kuramaru runs in right underneath you. You have to dip within 30 feet to the ground,
Yeah.
but as long as you start like low enough,
Mm-hmm.
no more than 30 feet off the ground, Kuramaru is right underneath you.
Okay.
How many 4th level spell slots do you have?
I haven't used any of them, but I have 2.
Okay, cool.
Guardian of Nature, let me look it up because it's now.
Yep, and your share spells is coming into place. So as you all move forward, Holly spins the broom around and puts herself level with Kuramaru. She begins channeling nature magic throughout her body. Nature magic that you guys haven't quite seen her manifest to that level. She's pulling out all the stops now.
Counterspell.
Wow. That's my bonus action.
Are there trees here?
There are no trees at this point.
Are there
All the trees
shrubbery?
are withered and dead. There is not that which would be effectively referred to as shrubbery. There's
Okay, we're good.
dusted, nasty skeletons of old plant life that's basically withered to ash and craggy dust.
Okay,
But nothing
I know what I'm doing.
So me and Kurmar both get 10 temporary hit points.
Are you both picking the same form? Because
Yeah.
each of you can. Okay, so you're
Let's
both
do tree.
in tree form. So you see Holly's the skin on her body starts to turn almost like a bark-like in texture.
Bark.
You'll see vines and leaves start to grow out and strafe themselves across her fingertips. Reeds of laurels come around her head and thorns and spikes start to emanate from her. Kuramaru as well, you see the vines and thorns.
No, never mind. I just read tree and the animal one.
Yeah.
Can I give him the animal one?
The caster of the spell is affected by it, and they choose as they cast it. So since Kuramaru is sharing your spell, Kuramaru then gets to choose which of the two he wants.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Yes.
he probably picked Primal Beast then.
Okay, so as Holly manifests this tree form and calls the energy of nature into herself, sort of growing these vines and thorns and wreaths of laurel all around her, Kuramaru you see sort of hunch, his body, his fur spikes up, his teeth elongate, his eyes turn blood red. He takes on this feral, this bestial ferocity as the aggression and temperament of many of the strongest beasts of the wild overtake him, and he lets out a howl that pierces everyone nearby his ears. The front lines of the group are sort of taken aback by this.
Sounds like I need to arm wrestle this guy.
Kuramaru is affected by the primal beast. Both you're getting extra hit points.
We both get 10 extra hit
10
points.
temporary hit points, yep.
And then the rest of it's all mechanical. He gets strength-based attacks at advantage. But right now I just want him to... we each get 10, or no. He gets an increase of 10 feet.
10 feet of movement, so we can move
Oh.
60 now?
Yes, so
Yeah.
he's gonna run to the front, but not past Asher and
2,
Savannah.
3, 4. This is 4.
Yeah, he's gonna like go straight
That's
through
50
everybody.
if he makes a diagonal adjustment.
He's not going to.
He's gonna go here?
Like, I would like him to be between Satanta and Asher,
Okay.
in front of them.
Yeah.
Um,
So he rushes up and pushes himself between and these two soldiers right up in front, sort of ready their weapons.
and then I'm gonna move on top of him, like in the air.
3, 4, 5.
You can just put me on him.
Are you dashing as your action?
Huh?
She's on a broom.
You have a 50-foot fly speed to do that.
Oh, and how far is it?
That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Oh.
Above Asher and Satanta.
Yeah, then leave him for her there then.
So you are in the air 10 feet behind Kurama.
Did you fix the Tanta?
No.
Did you forget the...
No, I
Yeah,
didn't remember the glue.
Oh.
I'm going to, do I have enough movement to like land?
You can bank as part of your
Okay.
movement, yes.
I'm gonna land behind them so
You
that
have
everybody
fly
within
speed.
15 feet of us is gonna get difficulty.
Any
for
enemies
terrain.
within 15 feet of you have difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'd have to, so then they'd have to move double their movement, and Satanta and Asher both have a 10-foot range.
Yeah.
That's real nasty. Okay,
Right.
so now as Holly lands the broom and she kind of like arcs herself up and readies her crossbow, you can see vines sort of like rip themselves through the ground and erupt right at the feet of Asher and Satanta, and any enemies who try to move through. As a matter of fact, one enemy quickly, just one lone soldier rushes up trying to get the advantage. As he leaps forward, he kind of stumbles over the vines, and Kurama lashes out and strikes him down before he can even get close enough to push
And
himself
now
through.
I'm gonna shoot twice.
Sure, make your attacks. In what general direction are you aiming? Nearby enemies, or?
I'm gonna shoot right for the mages near the barrier.
Okay, which ones of these?
Whoever looks most important.
This guy is standing on a ritual circle and channeling magical energy that makes this giant barrier. However, he currently has total cover because of the shield.
I would like to suggest not aiming for him yet, because if we take that barrier down, we suddenly have to worry about everyone behind it.
Well,
They're actually
I'll take down one of the guys next to him.
perfect.
One of these two?
Yeah.
That's, they have half cover, which you ignore. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome.
Left or right?
Left.
They're these red wizards with their swords at their side, clank their stabs onto the ground and point their weapons towards you as you quickly load a bolt and fire. They sort of anticipated your shot as soon as they saw the bow. But what was your attack?
1 second. I get advantage.
Oh yeah, you have advantage on dexterity-based attack rolls, correct, in tree form.
23.
If he's gonna hit,
Nah, dog.
That's going to be 13
That was
damage.
fast.
13.
Yeah.
So, you fire a shot. You can see, like, as the hood blows back by the force of your attack, you can see, like, the smoke emanate out of their eyes. Their undead flesh turns to the side, and they look towards you, crack their neck, pointing their blade.
Shoot him again.
Go for it.
Boo!
It's a 29.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit.
It's a 3 million.
Never mind.
It's a 3 million.
That's gonna hit.
10 more damage.
10 damage?
Yeah.
Sure.
Help me.
A cackle from across the battlefield. Holly and Kurama have gone. It goes on to Kyle's. Also, Holly's at the top of the initiative.
Callista's gonna open up.
This is next.
Only because I don't want those enemy dragons getting a turn. So, Callista's gonna command her armies.
Okay.
Same ploy as before. I want us to focus on anti-aerial. We want to focus on the air and keep us from.
Are you committing all 3 of your forces to doing that?
No, because
Okay.
Ryan has dragons too,
And I have a move.
and he has a move.
True.
I have a multi-turn move.
So should I not bother?
No, keep the other dragons out of the sky, yes.
Oh.
It will make it more difficult for me.
Okay. All right, everyone. Anti-dragon procedures. Yes.
Tactics.
We do not want them interfering with our charge as best as we can. We must break through at all costs, but we have enough power on the land as we are to blow through any of these chumps in front of us. So let's keep the distractions at bay. Focus on the skies.
Sounds good. And at that motion, Leosin is going to nod to you and go, "Fair plan. I'll keep the Harpers close. On your command." The dwarven sage of Silvery Moon nods to you and he says, "I shall prepare defensive magics. Forte, after all." And then behind you, the dark-skinned wizard vampire looks at you and he says, "Point me in the direction of my enemy. I haven't gotten a chance to feast on the chaos. Up in the sky, I've never drank a dragon before."
How are you out here?
Oh, it's pitch black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's not like you can see, but the sky is
I thought
clouded
everything was like
over.
red and like there was like still sunlight, but everything was just like overcast.
Oh no, yeah, the whole sky is clouded over with ash. You can't see the sun.
Okay.
It's not dark, but you can't see the sun.
Okay.
You'll get your chance, I'm sure. And I'm going to head in, and it's time to start peppering people.
20, 30? Fuck.
I do have a 30 move.
So you move up right next to where Unity is.
Isis, Bisis, and I cast teleport. No, I'm kidding.
Hello, bye.
I'm going to cast.
Thunderclap.
Yeah, on all of us. Just knock us all away.
Yeah, it's a fucking great idea. Destructive wave. hits
Destructive wave us.
Yes.
The whole party.
I was a Hail Hydra!
Shout Hail Hydra, the destructive wave the party. It sounds awesome.
Oh man, what is my play?
Just for my knowledge, are the Harpers red wizards or sages other than physically advancing on the battlefield, or are they keeping their eyes to the sky and playing defensive?
I want them playing defensive for now.
Okay.
Because the
red
healthier
wizards-
they are, the more effective they'll be at their job. If I advance them, there's a chance that they'll get unhealthy before they get to do anything.
The Harpers are going to tactically interfere. The Red Wizards are going to live by the motto, offense is the best defense, and the Sages of Silvery Moon are going to say that defense is the best offense.
There we
So They
go.
hold their ground.
I'm going to cast a spell. Can someone tell me the range on slow? Is it 60 feet?
I believe so.
I'm in the R's right now. We're
Yeah,
good.
we'll
I'll
find
have this in
slow.
a moment. It's
So. Oh, should we record this?
no.
Slow. There you go.
Slow.
120 feet.
120. You're in range.
And it's a
The radius of slow is a 40-foot cube.
40-foot cube? Are you fucking kidding me?
So a 20 by 20. A 4 by, each of these are 10?
Yeah, 4 square by 4
4 by
square.
4.
Yeah. 4 by 4 cube.
67. 110. What?
Right here.
Oh yeah.
So that's there where the spell emanates. 1, 2, barrier.